In early versions of Moana, we see Grandmother Tala teaching Moana about the island and the sea, priming her for voyages across the ocean and teaching her about her ancestors. Moana learns her people's names and stories and understands she is a descendant of many great chiefs of Motunui, but who were these ancestors? Hello, I'm Isaac from What's So Videos, where we discuss fun topics for fun people. Today, I'm going to discuss Moana's lineage. Long ago, before Maui's treachery, Moana's ancestors voyaged across the ocean led by a man known as Matai Vasa. These people traveled from island to island, masterfully navigating to sail to a brand new island everywhere they go. Matai led his group to Motunui and built a thriving and sustainable community out of nothing but their will. After they felt established, Matai passes the role of chief down to his son before he sails to find new islands and return when the time is right. Matai likely also started the tradition of placing stones on top of the mountain of Motunui to build up the mountain and to proclaim they are the future of their people. After the first chief, at some point boats ceased to return to Motunui on their voyages. The people began to fear the ocean instead of believing it as a realm of opportunity and adventure, so one of the ancient chiefs felt forced to hide the canoes in a cove and end their trips beyond the reef. They hid their history from their people, but that didn't stop Motunui's people from longing for the water. Chiefs came and went, but the next one we know about is Moana's grandfather, Tasaba, who was the husband to Grandma Tala. Like his granddaughter, Tasaba loved the ocean and longed to explore the world like the ancestors had once done. Grandma Tala even says,
"Loved the sea, like you do. He came home smelling like the inside of a fish. The stinkiest hugs."
Tasaba was a voyager at heart and knew of the dangers their people would soon face, with the growing darkness lurking. With his wife Tala at his side as the keeper of the ancient stories, the couple had a deep knowledge and understanding of their heritage and culture. Tasaba and Tala knew someone someday would need to leave the island, find Maui and return the heart, but they just didn't know when. Without the heart, they didn't know where to begin on a journey as large as this. The chief and his wife eventually had a child named Tui, and they raised him with a drive for the ocean and adventure, but it was eventually quenched by a terrible accident. Tui and his best friend took a canoe and traveled beyond the reef to be met by monstrous waves and unforgiving sea. His friend died in the ocean, but his parents would not condemn the sea. Tala knew.
The ocean isn't your pet. It's not a toy, and it doesn't always want to play with you. You can't just give it orders.
Tui became even more closed off from the ocean after another horrifying event. On one of Tasaba's adventures out on a canoe,
His boat came back to shore empty.
Grandmother Tala was now all alone in her quest for her people to voyage. Luckily, her husband still came to visit her from time to time.
Comes to me as a shark. Very handsome.
Without his father, Tui became the chief of the people with a hatred and fear of the ocean. Tui marries Sina and has Moana, who Tala knows will do great things from her birth. In the reprise of the deleted ballad More, Moana even mentions that Grandma Tala was the one who named her Moana, which means ocean in Polynesian languages. Tala knew her destiny was intertwined with the water, but Tala's son disagreed. They frequently fought over what Moana should know and what her place in the world was meant to be.
So you want her to go out there and die? Like father did? Like the others did hundreds of years ago? You'd really let her do that?
Tui tries his hardest to hold her back from the dangers he has witnessed, but Tala continuously teaches and supports Moana's ambitions, never believing the ocean to be all evil. Tui believes Moana should be focused on becoming the future chief, while Tala would prefer Moana to follow her calling. Grandmother Tala and Chief Tui both loved their people, their family, and Moana. They just disagreed on how those people should be taken care of and what they should teach Moana. Tala's experiences with the ocean and Tasaba taught Moana how to befriend the ocean without underestimating its power, while Tui's love for his people and his dedication to tradition shows Moana her people should guide her actions. In the end, it was her love for her village and leadership from her father, coupled with her desire for the ocean and voyaging from her grandmother, which leads Moana to her grand adventure to save her people and bring them to voyage again. Moana is a descendant of the leaders of Motunui. from the first wise chief Matayavasa, who established their village, to the adventurous chief and Moana's grandfather Tasaba, who never gave up on the ocean. They all played a role in creating the Motunui we see in the film and shaping Moana. There were many bumps in the history of Moana's people, but all the chiefs attempt to do right by the people, and Moana will continue to do her best like the ancestors who came before her. Now it's time for the question of the day. Who do you think is the greatest chief of Motunui? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, along with any other ideas you have for future Discovering Disney episodes. If you enjoyed this video, then click that like button. If you'd like to stay up to date on new magical videos, then click that subscribe button and follow me on Twitter. And to see more Watso videos, then check out some awesome pics over there. Thanks for watching, and have a magical day.